Good morning, students. Welcome back to science class. Today, we are going to start a new chapter, which is about microorganisms. You can see several images. You are able to view them because they are just images. Actually, with our unaided eye, we can't view them because they are microorganisms. Micro means very small. So these are very small organisms which need one instrument to see them clearly. What is that instrument? Let us see. Here you can see it is a science lab where many students are trying to view something with the help of instrument. Can you identify which instrument it is? Yes, it is a microscope. So students are trying to view something. That something is microorganisms with the help of microscope. What is a microscope? A microscope is an instrument that makes use of lenses to make smaller objects appear larger. Here you can see the picture of a microscope. The various parts of microscope are eyepiece, coarse adjustment knob, fine adjustment knob, inclination joint, body tube, revolving nose piece, objective, condenser, stage, mirror, base. We will learn about microscope in detail in our next video. Now, let us see what is the learning objectives of this chapter. In this chapter, we are going to learn about major groups of microorganisms. We are also going to know about structure and function of microscope. We will be able to understand that microorganisms exist all around us. We will also understand the role of microorganisms in our daily life. The chapter name is Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. Foe means they are harmful also for us. So, we will understand that what causes spoilage of food, the conditions for spoilage and their prevention methods. So, after all this, we will be able to analyze that microorganisms are not only harmful but also useful. Some of the key words which we will be able to learn in this chapter are algae, antibodies, carrier, fermentation, microorganism, nitrogen fixation, pathogen, protozoa, vaccine, yeast, antibiotics, bacteria, communicable diseases, lactobacillus, nitrogen cycle, pasteurization, preservation, rhizobium, virus, fungi. Let us learn about microorganisms in detail. We have seen that there are several kinds of plants and animals, but along with them there are certain other living organisms which we cannot see with eyes alone. These organisms are called microorganisms or microbes. Let us take an example. During rainy season, you might have seen that your moist bread gets spoiled. Its surface gets covered with grayish white patches. I hope everyone have heard about magnifying glass. Magnifying glass means which makes the object look bigger. So when we see the patches with the help of a magnifying glass, we will see tiny black rounded structures. From where these structures came from? They are bread mold, a type of fungus. Microorganisms. Microorganisms are the organisms which cannot be seen with naked eye or unaided eye. Let us learn more about microorganisms with the help of one activity. We have to collect some moist soil from the field in a beaker and add water to it. After the soil particles have settled, we have to observe the drop of water from the beaker under a microscope. After observing, we have to make observations. In our next activity, we have to take a few drops of water from a pond. We have to spread on a glass slide and observe through a microscope. We can clearly see few tiny organisms moving around. These observations show that water and soil are full of tiny organisms, though not all of them fall into the category of microbes. Some of the microorganisms such as fungus grows on bread and can be seen with a magnifying glass. Others can't be seen with the help of a microscope. So these organisms are called microorganisms. Let us learn about different types of microorganisms. There are 5 different types of microorganisms, namely bacteria, protozoa, algae, fungi, virus. Some of the examples of bacteria are Lactobacillus bacteria, Rhizobium bacteria. Examples of protozoa are amoeba and paramecium. Examples of algae are Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra. Examples of fungi are yeasts and molds. Examples of virus are common cold virus, HIV virus, and now the most recent one, that is coronavirus. Now let us learn about bacteria in detail. Bacteria are microorganisms which are unicellular. Unicellular means single-celled. Some of the bacterial diseases are typhoid and tuberculosis. Some examples of bacteria are Lactobacillus and Streptococcus. Bacteria are named based on their shapes. So, based on their shape, bacteria are of 4 different types: spherical, cocci, rod-shaped bacilli, comma-shaped vibrio, and spiral-shaped spirilla. I repeat: spherical, cocci, rod-shaped bacilli, comma-shaped vibrio, and spiral-shaped spirilla. Next comes protozoa. They are also unicellular organisms. They cause diseases like dysentery and malaria. Some of the examples of protozoa are amoeba, paramecium, euglena. You can see their images down. Paramecium has cilia, amoeba has pseudopodia, and euglena has flagellum for movement. Our next group of microorganisms is algae. They are group of plant-like organisms that contain chlorophyll. What is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is the green coloring pigment through which they are able to make food, prepare food in the presence of sunlight. They are able to perform photosynthesis. They can be unicellular, that is single celled, or multicellular, that is made up of many cells. Some of the examples of algae are Chlamydomonas, Spirogyra, seaweeds. Just look the picture down. It is a picture of Chlamydomonas and Spirogyra. Observe the various parts. Our next group is fungi. They can be unicellular, such as yeasts and molds, or multicellular, that is mushrooms and toadstools. They lack chlorophyll. That's why they live as parasites. They are unable to prepare their own food. Some of the examples of fungi are Rhizopus, which we see on our bread, that is bread mold, Aspergillus, Penicillium. Our next group of microorganisms are viruses. They are also microscopic. That means microscope is needed to view them. They are considered as borderline between living and non-living. They reproduce only inside the cells of the host organisms. It can be a bacterium or a plant or animal. Some of the diseases caused by virus are cold, influenza, and most coughs. Some of the serious diseases like polio and chickenpox are also caused by viruses. Nowadays, many people are suffering with COVID-19, which is also a deadly disease. We will learn about microorganisms in detail in our next session. Thank you.